Welcome to the Hunt Studio. Also welcome to the podcast, the Car Thoughts podcast. A little podcast that I started a little while ago with the objective of just kind of, sorting my little thoughts out and talking to myself and really just kind of expressing some emotion through another form, I've learned that in my couple of years of expressing myself through my art, I've found out many ways of, showing emotion, whether it be through writing, drawing, painting, talking, collabing with an individual. Just so many different ways that are just like kind of. Originally, it started out being a bit of an escape for me, and kind of evolved into this whole thing where it turned into a goal to turn this into a full-time gig, like a full-time, this is my job type of thing. So expressing myself, the objective is to express myself for a living. So, fortunately, I have a good head on my shoulders about it, and I'm being patient, and so there's no time frame, there's no time limit. It doesn't have to happen like in a year or in tomorrow. It has to happen. Because if it were up to me, it would have happened 3 years ago, at a snap of a finger. But, that's, of course, is not how it works. So, anyway, this is another episode of this podcast, and I haven't done these in a little while. I do find myself doing them a lot when I'm distressed, when I have a lot of pent up negative emotion kind of swirling around in my noggin, and I gotta really get them out, just kind of place them onto the universe. Today's kind of different though, because I'm not overly swamped with negative stuff, I'm not here to vent. I just feel like I need to spend time with myself, really. I need to talk. I need to kind of sort my thoughts, and I've learned that this is a very healthy practice of just sitting here. Right now, I'm actually not even in my car. Usually, it's called Car Thoughts because I'm in my vehicle, right? I'm in my vehicle, and because of the noises, the outside noises are kind of canceled out. So, but right now, I'm sitting on bed and under a blanket. I'm just kind of doing that thing, just so it's kind of dark, it's kind of homey right now, it's kind of chill. You might be able to hear the sounds of the dryer, zippers and stuff hitting up against the side of the dryer. There's also some little kids playing outside, right outside of my window. You might be able to hear that. But otherwise, it's just me. And this is good. This is good. I like this a lot. I like to spend time alone. I've learned that I thrive best when I get this type of quality alone time, and I get to visit with me and just analyze what's going on in my brain and just kind of dissect. I get to analyze and go, am I in the right path? Am I doing what I want to do? Am I doing, what's best for me? Am I achieving those goals that I set? I currently have a dry erase board with a lot of goals for the year. And they're written out on this dry erase board. And it's right there in my face, planted on the door so that every day I walk out, I have to look at them. And so I'm reminded constantly to be, hey, are you in the right mindset? Did you do something towards one or all of these goals today? If not, there's something wrong. If yes, then celebrate. And celebrate being that, understand that the end goal is closer, So I don't know, I just feel good about myself right now because I've really set my life up to be successful. Just the way it's played out. It's very simple. I've learned that I live best when I own as few things as possible. Basically, I try and own, if I'm not touching everything on a daily or weekly basis, I question whether or not I need it. So basically, like that one thing that you buy for the one occasion, the one whatever, I analyze, do I need this? Yes or no? Then I get rid of it. And a lot of it is like memorabilia, time periods in my life that I like, I've made this. A lot of people do this. They'll have this experience. They'll go on a vacation. They'll have a whatever, and then they'll buy an item that either is from the location of the vacation, from the experience, or it's something that completely symbolizes this entire experience. And yeah, so I was doing that. I was, my first example of that is when I was 18. I was traveling the country, and I would stop at every state and buy a t-shirt with the name of the state on the t-shirt. And I collected 10 or 15 of them, and then I never wore them because I was too afraid of ruining them. Because I thought that, if I ruin this Kansas t-shirt, then my memories of Kansas is completely gone. And I mean, obviously that's not true. And really, I didn't even do anything grand in Kansas anyway. It was just like the idea of collecting the t-shirt just because. I don't even remember anything about Kansas. So, I really just kind of analyze my life and recognize that, I want to eliminate the things that aren't so important so that I can focus on the things that are important. Hence, the things that I have written down on my board. If you're curious, the things, I'm not looking at it directly right now. It's sitting right over there, but to give you an idea, at least the topics of the goals are based around finance, reading, writing, drawing, art specifically, like collaborating with different artists, saving up money, getting out of debt is a big one. I'm on that journey of getting out of debt. I'm actively doing that one, so that one feels good. And spending time, quality time, quality time with family, that's important. So, a topic that I do that I've kind of like studied and looked at and admired and all is minimalism, and the idea of only owning the things that truly make you happy, not owning a little amount of stuff as possible, but being aware of the things that you own and understanding and recognizing that either these things bring you joy or they serve the utmost purpose in your life and you enjoy having them around. And that's something that I'm constantly evaluating. And something I'm learning is I thought I would look at these people on the internet, these minimalists, specifically Matt D'Avella, and I would think that, I've also got to own one pair of blue jeans and this charcoal t-shirt, the same charcoal t-shirt that he wears. Everything's the same. But I learned that obviously that's not even correct because to be honest, don't even like to wear the color gray. So it's a personal journey I'm learning, and so my closet is as far as my clothing, that is something that is minimal, however expressive in a way. It's everything in there I enjoy wearing, but basically after 2 weeks, if I don't wash clothes for 2 weeks, everything in my closet is dirty and needs to be washed. But so that's the idea. That's the plan, is to be able to wear and have everything everything I have is enjoyable and everything that I have is wearable. So There's no need to buy like ridiculously large, thick coats if I'm living in Mississippi. Right now I'm in Colorado though, and it's cold, so I do need some jackets. So, but anyway, side note. I mean, this whole thing is a side note. This whole, this video is a side note. Just things that are kind of running through my brain on a constant, really. As far as art goes, I really am not inspired by abstract work right now. I'm not overly wanting to just get out and start doodling mindlessly. And I'll tell you why. It's because what that does for me when I just get in and just start drawing, just kind of like, almost like blind, just start writing or just start drawing lines, just putting lines on the paper mindlessly until it just kind of compounds and forms into something. It's a couple of things happen. I'm just kind of absorbed into the process of what's going on. I'm really like just kind of zoned out and just really, honestly, just like I'm doing right now, I'm really forced to spend time with myself. I'm really forced to enjoy, myself. As long as everything's uninterrupted and just kind of zoned in, and it's good. It's a great experience. It's amazing. I don't have to put any kind of pressure on performance. It doesn't have to look any sort of way. And it's great. However, right now I'm finding other ways of doing the same method. Like, there's no pressure. And right now I'm actually reading. Reading is doing that for me right now. So I just get this book, and there's no, I'm just consuming the content. I don't have to worry about producing anything. I just open the book, get a nice, quiet, dark environment with a little nightlight, a reading light, and just read. And sometimes I read 5 pages. Sometimes I read 100 pages in one sitting, And I've been reading for the past month or so, just kind of really getting back into it. And it's been amazing. Oh my gosh, it's been so fulfilling, so amazing. And right now I'm actually reading the Divergent series by Veronica Roth. And I finished the first book already, and I'm less than 50 pages into the second book right now. So, but that's one of my goals is to read 10 books this year. 10 books. And that's 3 trilogies plus a book. So, I'm on my first trilogy. I've got 1 book down right at the end of January, so we're doing all right. We're doing pretty good. So, and what, honestly, I look at reading in a healthy manner that's, it's not a waste of time to me. It's enjoyable because I can read this book right before bed and put it down, and after being just absorbed into this universe that the author has created, I go to sleep and my dreams are just colorful and vivid and bright and just imaginative, and just like there's another portion of my brain that's operating that usually kind of sits on idle. My imagination's not being used very often because, with having a screen, your imagination's not running as much as I would like it to. But if I'm reading and the picture is not being presented to me, I have to create it in my head. And so it's getting it's just getting that stuff stirred around in my brain, and then I can turn around and draw something that either represents what I saw, what I feel, or it represents my mood that I'm in. So yeah, and it's been really good. And as far as art goes, what I've been making specifically is I'm also a super fan of anime. I love anime. And so I've been doing a lot of fan art revolving around Naruto characters, actually. So the first one I did was Kakashi, and the second was Madara in his Susanoo. And then the third one was Neji Hyuga. Rest in peace, my man. They did you dirty. And yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. really enjoying this simple life that I have right now, which I do have a job, a 9 to 5. Well, I mean, it's a show up at 7, leave at 3:30, drive, drop my brother off because we work the same job, and then I come home, get ready to work out, and then I go to the gym, I work out, I shower, and then I come and eat dinner, and then I sit down, read, write, and draw. It's a pretty copy and paste life that I have right now. And it's all of these motions are simple, however intentional and consistent, so that over the course of time, over this last month, I've seen exponential growth in all of it. You know, like with my fitness, I've got my fit body back. You know, thank goodness I have it back. And with, you know, this active practice of spending time with myself, I'm self-aware, and I realize that I have flaws and I have things that I would like to work on, and I also have things that I'd like to celebrate and success, you know. Then there's, you know, my art obviously always brings me joy. And to be honest, if it ever doesn't, I'm going to take a break. And if it ever gets to the point where it's just a break isn't doing it, I'm going to stop, you know? So, but I mean, I've been drawing since I was a wee lad. I've always been inspired to draw and just to pick up a pencil and a paper and just, if I try and leave it, it doesn't stay gone for long. It never does. Like I've been frustrated before and just taken a good long break and then just pick it right back up and find other creative outlets, you know, whether it be acting, whether it be singing, whether it be, you know, just creating anything and everything, just expressing myself through just everything, you know. Sometimes I like to go out and buy a cool t-shirt and incorporate it into my wardrobe, you know, just that type of thing. So the most consistent one, though, that keeps revolving, keeps coming back, is drawing. So I love to draw. I love it so much. And I don't even care if I'm good or if I'm whatever. It's just the act of expressing myself is what matters to me. That's what's important. And, you know, right now I'm not overly into it in that manner. And that's okay. You know, I'm still going to draw. You're probably watching a drawing right now if it's on YouTube. And that's okay. You know, I'm being nice to myself. I'm being okay. Because I do have those other creative outlets, you know? So, yeah. Let's see. Dang, this is actually... I usually get to where, like, you know, by the time I'm done talking, it's like 30 minutes in. And it's good in time to wrap it up. But I'll sit here and talk a little bit more if you want me to. If not, then I won't. What's another topic that I'm really thinking about? I've pretty much addressed everything. Like I said, when I talk a lot, you know, when I have a lot to say or just kind of like, you know, have a longer video, it's because I'm just venting. I'm just like, man, this hurts. I'm sucking right now. I'm just sucking. But right now, I'm going to be honest. I wish I had the energy to do more. I wish I had all the energy to just get up and run and go and do all of these things constantly, all day, every day. You know, come home from work and just be a freaking animal and just get after it. But in real life, most of the time, I'm dreading going to the gym. And I drag my feet. And it takes me forever to get dressed. And then my roommate, who's also my accountability partner for the gym, he also is dragging his feet because, you know, he also had a rough day at work, whatever. And then I get home, and sometimes I think that, you know, when I get home, I don't even want to take a shower. I just want to fall over into bed and just go to sleep. But the only thing that keeps me going is that dry erase board. That the idea that if I stop, then everything will just deplete. Everything will just kind of go away. Because it's, you know, it's compound effort. You know, if you stop it's going to go away. But if you keep going, you keep plugging, you keep chugging, you're going to succeed. You're going to find that, like going to the gym 5 days a week over the course of however long, you're going to see results. I do every time. I don't know why I take breaks, but yeah, I do. I know exactly why I take breaks. So, I don't know. I'm really enjoying, like I said, I'm a big fan of anime, and I'm really enjoying, what series am I watching right now? Attack on Titan is a big one, and I'm caught up now, and I'm waiting week to week. I'm waiting on that one. Naruto is always, like, I'm rewatching the Fourth Great Ninja War right now. I'm currently like 3/4 of the way through with it, and yeah, so I love that so much. What's another one that I'm looking forward to watching? Right now, I've seen a bunch. I've seen a whole lot of anime, but right now those two are the ones I'm focusing on. My Hero Academia comes out soon, and I'm going to be jumping right back on that one. So, those are a couple. Top 5, actually. Let's make a top 5 list, because I like these. Let's make a top 5. In no particular order, the ones that stand out to me the most are, I'm going to say, Akame ga Kill, Madoka Magica, Attack on Titan, Naruto, and I'm kind of maybe Death Note, and I'm sure those are just off the top. But if I had a list of all the anime I've ever watched, to be honest, I probably wouldn't even remember some of them. I'd have to go back and watch them completely because they just didn't stand out, or whatever. Oh, the Fate series. I completely forgot about the Fate series. Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, Fate Apocrypha. All of those are great. Yeah, so anime is amazing. I love it. And that's actually where a big portion of my inspiration comes from. I don't know, I like the storytelling, I like the emotions, the way they capture emotion. And the way they express it's like nuts. It's like they use cartoons, basically, like images and they build these worlds revolving around things that aren't real at all, and then they subtly make reference to the real world in a way that's not obvious. It's crazy. Basically, there is, in Naruto, when Itachi casts the infinite genjutsu on what's his name? The guy, the snake, the thing. He casts an infinite Tsukiyomi. No, not that. See, I don't even know how to talk about it. I'm not a super nerd like I thought I was, I guess. He casts a genjutsu on, there he goes. There's his name again. It just fades away every time. But anyway, so this guy's caught in an infinite loop of a particular moment in time where the thing he thinks, as soon as he thinks he gets ahead, he realizes that, it just something happens and it starts over and it loops continuously. And theoretically, he's trapped forever in that loop in his mind. And he's, in the present world, everybody that looks at him, his body's just stiff and still, but his mind is racing. He's active, he's whatever. So he's stuck. And later on down in the series, in the war, he shows his face, and they're like, wait, I thought you were trapped in that genjutsu. I thought you were stuck forever. How'd you escape the loop? And he said that I had to identify, I didn't even know who I was. I was chasing someone else's dream, chasing other people. I just kind of lost my own identity. I had to identify myself. I had to ground myself. I had to realize who I was. And like straight up, that is anxiety. That's the way I experience it. You know, when I have a full-blown anxiety attack or something, you know, that's exactly what the hell I experience. It's just a particular moment, something driven by my fear or insecurity is just put on loop constantly, put on loop. And the only way to get out of it is to identify like actual things, like the cold. It's really cold outside, or the stiffness of the concrete, or the textures of whatever. You know, like so it's a thing. And those, you know, that's one example, but it's just really cool. That's one of the many reasons I love it. Also, the art is just insane. It's so good. Attack on Titan's artist, I don't even know who he is. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Incredible. So, that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's kind of my life. It's kind of what I'm paying attention to right now. I'm just really focused on. I'm kind of like, I'm living simply because I thrive this way, and I'm trying to get out of debt. So, no big, large purchases, no going out and doing crazy stuff. I'm just kind of on rinse and repeat until I get out of debt. But the small things that I'm doing that aren't really expensive or are free, they come at a good cost. You know, the payoff is that after this X amount of time, I'll look back and go, dang, this is good. This is amazing. Self-healing, just really being self-aware and proving to myself that, again, that I can do anything that I set my mind to. And that's the whole objective of what I'm doing right now. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you enjoy the drawing. I hope you enjoy my little talk, my rant, my whatever, my thoughts, my car thoughts, my under the pillow or under the blanket thoughts. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for paying attention. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Hunter. This is the Hunt Studio. I'm going to see you later. See ya.